Hey, this is David with Guide Recommended. Gonna get into swapping or reversing reels, changing the retrieve direction. So I am in Townsend, Tennessee at a little hotel called Dock, right on the Little River. Little picnic to eat right after I show you, but we're gonna jump into switching around reels. So I brought 3 reels to kind of play around, 3 examples that I would show how to switch them around. So changing the retrieve direction on a reel. So this is a real popular type of reel. You see them all over. You can see mine's even all beat up. How this works, you can see this little lever. Pull that lever or push it down, open it up. Now I got the spool. So this spool has got a little white clutch bearing that is held in place with a little spring clip. Let me try to point that out. Just got a little pair of Gerber pliers here. Let me get something to kind of help point this stuff out. There we go. Just a little tiny screwdriver. So it's got a spring clip in here. Hopefully you can see it. So that clutch bearing grabs onto the shaft of the reel and holds it. The actual drag is behind this little washer here. So as it grabs hold of that shaft, it engages the reel. So the thing you do is you actually switch this around. So I like to put my thumb over that spring clip, right? Just don't want it to shoot off into the trees and woods. And then that little clutch bearing will come out. So if you remember, it came out with this white side. So to reverse the direction, you put it back in the opposite way. Let me get it in there. There we go. Grab our spring. Make sure it's retained all the way around. Pop it on. So I guess I should have demonstrated before. Alright, just don't force it. You have to engage that. So again, reels now, fly reels, the line should come off the bottom. So what this is telling me with the line coming off the top is that this spool is now filled the wrong way, right? So in fact, that's my normal reeling direction, right? Free spooling coming out, right? So reeling direction, got the drag, it's difficult. So I'll back that off just so I don't mess this up, right? And then free spools in the direction that it should be, with some drag. Now I got it all mucked up. All right, so that is one type of reel, kind of a popular one out there. Another type of reel, and once we open this up, you're going to see it's got a lot of common traits, is this guy. A similar clutch bearing. Oh, you know what? Let's put this together and I'll show you. So I retrieve with my left hand, cast with my right. So let's tighten this guy down. So it should be smooth coming in, tension going out. And line comes off the bottom. Let's back down our drag. I actually took my daughter's reel, Megan. Line comes off the bottom. Let me get some flat lines so you can see it. There you go. Line's coming off the bottom, right? Tension. Free spools going in, retrieve. All right, let's switch around. All right, this guy, loosen up this little locking washer. Pop off the spool. I've got the spool again. You loosen this little cap. It's a kind of a thumb cap, right? It's going to have a bearing, and then behind that bearing is our same clutch bearing. So let me pop that stuff out. So there's the first bearing. There's the second one. All right. It was, again, white coming out. We're going to put it back in opposite way. Right, drop her in. Put our bearing back on. Put the guy together. I'm trying to rush through this. I want to actually eat some dinner. I drove, oh my gosh, 9 hours, Michigan to Tennessee. So again, let me pull out some line here. I'm just gonna free spool, right? So again, coming off the bottom, so drag is on the retrieve, so it's told me it's switched. So this would be for someone going this way, right? Reeling in this way. Again, if to complete this whole process, what I'd have to do is strip all this line off, reel it back in the right direction. All right, that's another reel. So let's get into the third one. So I thought this one would be a good example as well. Similar thing with the spool. Open it up, right? Oh, you see on this guy, I had bearing. This is actually a sealed drag system on this reel. So for this guy, most all reels are going to have a really common little sealed drags like this. A common, or easily loosened little routine right there. Just open that guy up. Really not that much pressure on there. Don't tighten it down with a lot of pressure either. No need to. All right. Let's not lose that guy. Set it down gently. Pop this off. Now I know that there's a bearing on here. All right. So for this one, you can see here's our clutch bearing, and it just pops right off. Right. Leave this washer on. I just heard a fish jump out there. I'm all excited now. All right, so we came out this way. You flip it around, drop it back on. Don't lose this bearing on the top. All right. I'll bet you that this is like the perfect diameter for a dime as well. So this is switching a reel from, left-hand retrieve to right-hand retrieve, right? So let's pop her back on. And just tighten that down. Looks good. All right. So again, drag is in the reeling direction, right? If the line's coming off the bottom, pull some line on them. I'm always afraid to pull it out because it'll just form a big rat's nest like this. All right. So there's our fly line coming off the bottom, right? But reeling in, you can actually hear the clicking from the drag, right? So that's switching 3 different types of reels around from left hand to right hand retrieve. Cool. So go to my website. I just ran up to the car, and I've got, go to guide recommended, and I'll have it in the notes as well. Best fly rod combo under $200. Lots to say. I'm sorry. Best fly rod combo under $200 with guide recommended, and I'm gonna be giving away a personalized fly box. So it'll have your name right here. All you got to do, enter your first name, enter your email, and at the end of May, I think May 30th is the last day at noon, I will be drawing a winner. I'll send them an email, get their address, and say, hey, you want a box? What do you want put on here? You could even put some kind of cool quote, like Norman McLean, river runs through it or something. But sign up and we'll send you a fly box. Thanks.